Hi, I'm Steve. My testimony is I, um, as I was growing up, I went to church with my mom, a Lutheran church, and my dad didn't go to church much. He did go to Presbyterian when he was younger, but I was always intrigued by going to church and hearing the preacher talk about God. It's something built inside of you. And I remember going to a fair, and they had you ask questions. Have you ever been saved? And you get to touch buttons, and little lights went off. And I was real little. I didn't know what grace meant, so I was getting questions, and then all of a sudden somebody else would come into my life. And then when I in high school I wrestled. What one of my best friends got hurt, and he was a state champ, and he couldn't wrestle, and I was more bummed than he was, but he had Christ in his life, and he said, you know what, God has a plan for me, and I'm not going to get all upset because I'm not able to do what I want to be able to do. And so I kind of saw different people in my life dealing with their life and how they dealt with it. And my mom got sick, my dad got sick, my mom almost died. So, I prayed to God. I didn't know who I was really praying to, but I knew it was out of my control. And um, then when I went to college, my roommate was born again believer, and he witnessed to me several times. But I'm a type of person where I got to understand what I'm doing. I'm not going to say, "Oh yeah, I'll believe it." So I had tons of questions, and then finally one night when I was laying in my dorm room, and it's late at night, the moon was coming in through the window, and I said, I could hear my heart beating, and I go, "What am I doing? How can I not believe? It's a miracle. Our bodies, everything, the sky, you know, nature." And that's when I, woke him up and said, "Hey, I'm ready to make a decision to follow Christ." And I got down on my knees, and we prayed, and went out to Perkins after that, and kind of celebrated, and just and I've never looked back. That's kind of my testimony, my journey, and yep, it's a great decision I've made, and it changed my life.